clouds of Olori. It's the clouds of Olori.
Behind every successful man is a woman. Women are like the backbones to men. They do their best to provide eternal care and support to their husband and bring their children to be a good ambassador of the family. And that is why we, at the Clouds of Olori, bring this female legend to the limelight. I am Aishat Oindamola Addition, and this is the Clouds of Olori. Our today's heroine is Lady Mrs. Grace Joy Apata, the wife of the former Deputy Vice Chancellor Administration, Professor Sir Zacchaeus Oladele Apata. It's good to have you on the show, ma.
Thank you so much. You are welcome.
Thank you, ma. So how did you come about each other?
Actually, when we got married was in 1979. And during that period of the 70s, you dare not bring a man home that you want to marry a man. It's your parents that will choose for you, and we instruct you that you must marry such a man. So my late dad and my late mother-in-law met, and they finished every discussion before even my mother knew what was going on. And I remember that these engagement items that they normally bring for marriage to ask a lady's hand into marriage was actually paid a year before my marriage.
Wow.
It was paid 78 and I married 79 a year after.
Okay.
So actually we were not boyfriend and girlfriend. It was our parents that brought us, both of us together, that I must marry him, and we did marry. And I thank God, to the glory of God, I never 1 minute regret my marriage. I'm happy marrying the man.
Okay. So when you first got into his house, was it not, I don't know if I should say, did you two feel distress? Like, this person I was forced, like you were forced to marry this person without your own will. How was it at the early years of your marriage?
Actually, there was a small drama that happened before the final marriage came up. And the small drama was, I told my late mother that I'm not marrying the man. The man I've never seen. And they've already started eating the yam. That no, I'm not going for that man. That I will not. Whatever my father wants to do, he should do it. So my late father, drove myself and my mom out of the house that night. That is my mother that is instigating me against his will and instruction as the father of the house.
Wow.
So we stayed outside, and when I knew that my mother was, mosquito was biting her, that was the time I now begged my mother, Mommy, sorry, I'm the one that is causing all this pain on you. I will go in and beg my father so that we can go in. I will marry the man. That was how we married you.
Wow.
So it was a small drama. And when we finally got married, I remembered that I insisted in having my own private room. I did not share the same bedroom with him at all for 3 months.
Wow.
I did not.
Okay.
I did not. I still want to pray about it and really see that this man is a loving man, as they have told me, that is going to be a caring father. But in our place, there is a tradition before, but it's no more very obvious now. The tradition is that you don't go too far to marry because of the sickness and the biological problem that other families are having. So you see your own family as a family that is, quote and unquote, okay. So I'm happy to tell you and to disclose this to you that myself and my husband, we are somehow related. In our place in the 80s, 70s, we practice what people call Fulani lineage, Fulani type of marriage in our place. My husband's grandmother and my own grandfather had the same father, but not the same mother.
Wow.
That is why when I get home now, When I get to our place now, in my hometown, they will ask me, where is your brother? When he gets home, they will ask him, where is your sister? And that's why, that really encourages the marriage within the lineage, within the clan, because you are not going too far, and he will not treat you like just any other lady is meeting on the road. He will treat you like his blood, and you see him as a senior brother. That respect, that regard will be there, and the love, will be there between the two of you.
Okay.
Yes.
So I would ask that the way they get married then and the way people get married now, which do you think is more preferable?
Ours is more preferable than the way they get married now. And I thank God, to God be the glory. I have 2 daughters that are already married out. Yes, and to the glory of God too. It's not by power, it's not by might. I'm a grandmother for the past 15 years now, and my first grandchild is in SS1. So my first daughter and my second daughter got wedded at the age of 28. 28, yes. The second one was even above 28 before. The nowadays marriage, what really compounds the problem of marriage separation nowadays is because, and also marriage violence anyway, is because the way the boys and the girls meet nowadays, the way they meet, and some I don't know what to really use in describing such parents. They tend to do some match make their children. I want my daughter to marry the son of a governor because the governor is a family friend, and they match make them. They can never make it. It's not a cause. They can never make it because they are just looking at that political type of connection, not thinking about the future of such a child. I don't know. That's why we have many problems now in marriage, because many of them are not matured and the readiness is not there. You don't go into marriage to manage marriage, to endure marriage, but you go into marriage to really enjoy it. Yes. Marriage is for enjoyment.
Okay.
Yes.
So what do you do for a living, ma'am?
Thank you. I'm a teacher at university primary school. I did transfer my service there in 1983.
Okay.
I spent 17 and a half years under local government teaching.
Okay.
Before I transferred my service to the federal, because university staff school is under federal. So I now teach at the university staff school as a senior teacher there.
Okay.
And I also have other things that keeps me occupied. I have a poultry. I don't buy chicken. I don't buy eggs, fresh ones for my family. I keep it to keep me busy, especially when I saw that the children are getting, they are getting out of the house. Myself and my husband is becoming old layers. So we are becoming old, and I needed things that will keep me busy, not necessarily going, visiting friends, wasting time, talking about things that are not relevant, that will not help my marriage.
Okay.
And I'm also an engager because I feel with my experience, being an engager, I should be able to impart some good aspects and experiences I've gone through and I have gained in my marital life into the younger one's life. So I've taken it upon myself to be an engager, and as an engager, I have also diverted and digressed a little into counseling couples before I actually anchor the program. So I counsel them.
Okay.
There are some counseling that involve bride without the groom. Some involves groom without the bride. And some I have to bring the two of them together to really talk to them, advise them, hear from both sides, even go deep into their lives. At times I anchor for bride and the groom may not ask me to anchor. He may have an engager.
Okay.
But I will still, in my own capacity, still advise the husband a little, but more on my side because I'm standing in for the bride's side.
Okay.
But I do counsel them.
Okay.
I do counsel them. It should be part of engagement.
Okay. So, Ma, can you introduce yourself and where are you from?
Thank you. As we have said earlier on, I am Lady Mrs. Grace Joy Akpata. I'm from the same place with my husband, Professor Zacchaeus Oladele Akpata. We are both from Ogorimagunko local government under Kogi State.
Okay.
Thank you. Nigeria.
So, what are the challenges and what was the greatest fear you had when your husband was the DVC?
Thank you. The greatest fear was that he started with University of Ilorin in 1975 as an assistant lecturer. But they dragged his professorial promotion. He was given the associate professor. 10 years, the other one, the final one, was not forthcoming at all. So I have to encourage him to look elsewhere. And he went there and eventually he was given his professorial post. Then later on become the DVC. And his greatest challenge that time was that he cannot leave me in Kwara and go. And I asked him to go. Then we have not even finished our house. I asked him to go. That by the grace of God, God will assist me. I will finish the building of the house. And that he will be coming. And I will be going there. And luckily enough, I'm a teacher. So whenever we have me time or we have weekend or holiday, I do go there. Wash the curtains, prepare soup for him. And he made things very easy for me because at times I prepare soup and pack them in packages, in a special package inside the freezer. So what he has to do was just to, heat up the soup and prepare food for himself, which he enjoys preparing his food than buying food at the eatery. He hates eating outside. He prefers to cook for himself. Even in Ilorin here, if he comes and I happen to have program, maybe in the church, I'm asked to come and give springsters guest talk on marriages. When I go and they did not start on time and they wasted time, before I come back, I will text him, sorry, we have not started. They delayed me. He will say, just take your time. Before I come home, he will prepare his food and he will prepare my own too. So he's making life very easy for me. Yes, thank you so much.
So what ways does he help you around the house?
Thank you. I have some dogs and I keep poultry like I've said earlier on.
Yes,
and at times when I happen to have a program outside the house like that, either the engagement work or even the church engagement, what he does is that he will help me feed the chickens. He goes to the poultry, he knows the measurement, he helps me feed them. The water is not a problem for him to help me fetch for them. Even the dogs, he knows how to prepare their food. And at times, you will not believe, my husband is such a darling husband, honestly. He's a father. At times, I refer to him as my father. In our dialect, Teda. I need I say Teda. That means my father. Because he's really treating me like father to daughter. He takes broom and sweep the compound, especially when none of the children is around. Wow. He does that. Yes, he does that. He does that. He does that. And when I'm late from school, maybe I'm on duty, he prepares the food for the two of us and keep my own in the cooler for me. So I'm just such a lucky woman. A lucky woman. I'm blessed. I'm blessed. Thank you so much.
So what other more ways do you think or wish you can influence the masses?
Thank you. We can influence them by our attitude. Either you are a Muslim or you are a Christian. You see, this religion aspect of life, I don't really buy the idea of many people, the way they take religion nowadays. It's not when you have millions that you can help the masses. Like even as a teacher, I was the first teacher at Okeodo there. Okay. Along university permanent side. Okay. If you get there, you ask, Dalala, Gago, Mosudo, Okoba, even up to Agbede, they know me as Mama Asheye. Then I used to buy pencil. When I buy pencil, I cut the pencil into two because our salaries were not regular when I was in public school. Okay. Before I swapped to university there. I cut one pencil into two and I sharpen it from home. I take it there. I have no money to give them each one. But at least that cutting helps them to and encourages them to come to school. The exercise book I will buy, I will use scissors to cut. At Okiodo there. All the magazines, they know me. If you get there, all those people selling corn at the university road, if you say Mama Asheye, they know me. You know, it's not when you have plenty of work. Like I do go to school with Panadol. When they are sick, I bring out the Panadol, I assist them. I buy this iodine. I have my first aid box that I carry along. And then I did not even have car that time. Yes. So there are many ways you can help the masses. And also, like when you have cloth, it's not the tattered cloth that you give out. From my own experience and my own blessing, if you give out a tattered cloth to a beggar or somebody who is less privileged than you have not done anything. Give her the cloth that you are still wearing, that will be useful to the person you are presenting the cloth to. That is how God can bless you. And when you are doing it, don't allow your left hand to know what you are doing. It's not when you sit your husband down, tell him, I want to go and give cloth to the motherless. Oh, no, do it secretly. And God who sees what you are doing in secret will reward you openly. So there are many ways we can help. Like even some people, if they enter taxi, when the taxi has problem, they don't come down to help the driver to push. It's not you that will fix the tire, but at least little kindness will make a great, influence and encouragement to the less privileged. Don't look down on them, because it's the same God that has created you that creates them. You are only being privileged where you are. And when you flash back, you did not start one day. Yeah. So if you flash back and you did not start one day, you should be able to flash back to your life and help those people to stand on their feet too. And by so doing, you see the blessing of the Lord.
Hallelujah.
Thank you.
So Maria is a lead to as an engager for us.
You see, when we get there, the way you sing, the way you dance, the way you comport yourself will show people that yes, you are from a home, not a house. When you get married, you are in marriage and you are not behaving well. You are in a house, not in a home. And you are a lady, not a woman. A woman is different from being a lady. Though my own lady that I'm bearing is a title given to me in the church. Okay. Yes, it's a title given to me in the church. So it's not the normal lady as in lady outside there. Mm-hmm. So whenever I'm anchoring, I normally tell the brides and I normally sing for them. Monitor kola shele mi ye, tokola shele mi ye o, tori emi o ki ṣe kí lọ́kọ lè ṣe, tokola shele mi ye. Mo ní tokola ṣe ni kò jẹ́ nílé ọkọ rẹ̀, tokola ṣe ni kò jẹ́ o, torí èmi ò kì í ṣe kí lọ́kọ lè ṣe, tokola ṣe ni kò jẹ́. Mo ní ayé ọkọ ni mo wá. Mo ní ọkọ ilé lèmi wá o, ọkọ dára adórí mi, ọkọ láṣẹ lèmi jẹ́.
Wow, that is very, very interesting. A pleasant time with us. Okay, I'll be drawing the curtain from here, and until next time, I remain Aishat Oyindamola Additional. Bye.